Happy Magic Monday. I hope you're doing good. Let's see. Why is it not showing up? There we go. Good. Just needed a second. Oops. It was I was like, I know it's there. And Pumpkin has decided his tail is going to be featured in this video. Okay, buddy. Got it. He's so funny. He's the funniest little cat. So I wanted to do a Cinderella card today. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's a good Monday. It didn't start off so good in the beginning, but it worked out in the end. So I couldn't wait to do a Cinderella card with you because, you know, I love Cinderella. She is my favorite. So when I saw this stamp set, oh, and this was $1 million stamp set. Who made this one? Kelly Atchison. Well, you know, that would make sense. There's a Stampin' Up, one of the like leader Stampin' Up women. She always wears a tiara in all of her videos. So it's funny because I wear ears, but she wears a tiara in all of hers. So it's fun. That's kind of funny. I wonder if this is the same lady, but it is so cute. You weren't born to be you were born to be fabulous, not perfect. I'm like, this is perfect. So this is $1 million achiever set. And the reason, how you know it's $1 million is on the side of the stamp set. It'll say who the person is that's $1 million achiever. And it also has it on the front here. This little logo down here is $1 million. So that means they sold $1 million worth of products in their career as a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So anyway, how awesome is this set? I mean, it clearly is screaming my name. I told my best friend Kelly, I said, oh, there's a stamp set with the tiara, and it's so cute and perfect. And she's like, well, obviously it was made for you. So if I ever got $1 million sales, I would definitely have to make sure that the word fabulous was in one of my stamps. I don't know if I'd do the tiara. I'd have to do something maybe, you know, with the ears, but I don't know because it's like copyrighted to do the Minnie Mouse ears. So I don't know, like I'd have to see. But how cute is my card? So cute. So this is the card we're doing today. So cute. And so it's got like so much bling on it. It's like out of control. It's a pretty simple card as a whole. Like the design is relatively simple. I say all my cards are simple. It's funny. And then people will be like, not so simple. I'm like, to me it feels simple. I don't feel fancy pants when I do my cards. It just feels normal. But I guess some things are fancy pants. I'm going to try and keep my ink away from Pumpkin because he's going to want to get his tail in it. And so let me get our stuff out. It's I mean, stamp seed paper, I do have a little embellishing on here. But so the first thing I want to do is I want to stamp our crown with Balmy Blue. Now this piece of cardstock is only, I know there's a ruler there. I don't know why I can't use it. I'm so used to having, I'm a teacher, you know, well, I was a public school teacher, a school teacher. So 3.5 inches by 2 inches. Okay, yeah, 3.5 by 2. And that is just big enough to to put your tiara. And so I'm using Balmy Blue because clearly I wanted it to be Cinderella. Cinderella is a mix. It's almost, Balmy Blue is pretty close to being Cinderella's color. Honestly, I actually think, I don't know if you guys remember, what was it called? Not Misty Moonlight. Oh, Seaside Spray. Seaside Spray was a blue color that we had, and that color reminded me a lot of Cinderella blue. That's what I call it whenever I find a blue that's pretty close to Cinderella's color, if not the same color. Seaside Spray made me think a lot of Cinderella. But it also had a different color too. I mean, I don't know. You know, depends on the picture you're looking at to know which color is which or which one is right. So there we go. We've got our cute little tiara. and it'll lighten up as it dries. It looks a little dark right now, but it always lightens up a little bit as it dries. So we've got that stamp out of the way, done. And then we've got these two stamps, okay? So on the inside of the stamp card, I decided I wanted a little, just to use, you know, I always like to have a little something on the inside of a card, and on the envelope. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a star in the corner. And then I'm gonna stamp the "You were born to be fabulous, not perfect" in the, in the side of this card. It's on the front. So here's the trick when using one of these cards. I think I did this on Friday too. So see how this little curled F, you know, it kind of throws off my eye when I'm looking at it. Here, I'll show you on the, it's kind of hard for you to see. So you see the curled F here? It's sometimes this will throw off your eye. So go to the straightest part of your stamp so that you can try and line up this straight part with an edge. And that's how you'll get it straight. If you don't do that, it's gonna always be a little crooked. What was the other card that I did the other day? It was with the E. It was like everything or something that was, beauty and everything on this card. I did the same thing here with there is beauty and everything. I lined up the E so I could stamp it. And so, but yeah, so there you go. So there's our two stamped parts. So we're done with our stamping pretty quick. Now, let me move my stuff aside. Now that Pumpkin has decided he doesn't want to be in the video, or at least his tail doesn't want to be in the video, let's go ahead and get to gluing. So I didn't want to have this layered above. I really, if you guys look at enough of my videos, I feel like I always want to have an extra layer. If either I'm going to put it as a 3D, and I didn't really want this 3D. I don't know. It just didn't feel right to me. So I didn't want this 3D. Let me glue the insides. But I wanted, because I'm also going to put a ton of jewels on it, but I also, just, was thinking it would add too much, between the jewels and the ribbon and everything. So you're trying to find that fine balance between too much and too little. And so then we have, this is called the double stitched ribbon. And this, to me, is such a perfect Cinderella ribbon. I don't know, it's so cute. I love the satin that's stitched on there. And so let's go ahead and snip off a piece and tape this down. Double stitched satin ribbon. I love Cinderella. It's my favorite movie, Cinderella. It's my favorite Disney movie. I have it by heart. I know every single word. And I mean, I love Little Mermaid. I love Lion King. I love all Disney movies, or most Disney movies. I thought Princess and the Frog was really boring, personally. I love the concept of it. I think it's great, but I was so bored. There were no songs that really got me, like, Almost There is a pretty good song, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I just couldn't get super excited about it. And, I love that she was this, the first African-American princess from Disney. Honestly, about time. I wish they'd also have a Hispanic princess. I know they have a Hispanic TV show. What is her name? Oh, gosh, I'm forgetting it. She's a Hispanic princess in a Hispanic type imaginary land. I'm forgetting her name. That's annoying. I'll think of her name. Okay. And so, anyway, she she's technically a Disney princess, but she's not in a movie. You know, she's just on TV, which, not that that lessens, you know, because Disney TV shows are real popular too, but I don't know. Most people don't watch the Disney TV shows unless you're a kid or, you know, you've got a family and stuff. Like, I don't know. I just think it would be cool if they had one as a main character, like Princess and the Frog, but with better music. And I loved the movie Coco because I thought that was pretty cool. Well, I guess we have the Encanto. That one had, what's her name, is a Hispanic, but she's not a princess. She's just an average girl with magic powers, you know. I don't know. I just want that personally. I just think that would be really cool. Anyway, that's a side note. But that's also because I know I'm super white, but my grandmother is Mexican American, and so, or was, she passed away during COVID. But I don't know. I think my grandmother would have really appreciated that and loved that. She would have really, really loved that. She loved Disney like I did. We all did. She used to take us to Disneyland. That's how I fell in love with Disney. My parents took me too, but my grandmother took us more. That was her thing. She just loved to go, and well, we would go see her family down in San Diego oftentimes, but then we'd also go stop in Disneyland and do things. We also went to Disney World. That was fun. We did that once. Okay. So, anyway, so Princess and the Frog is a fun movie. It just wasn't my favorite. I loved Brave, but some people didn't like Brave, but I loved Brave. I loved that she didn't have to have a husband, that she just chose to stay as she was, you know what I mean, and choose herself. I thought that was a cool message. I'm not saying that girls don't have to get married. I just think we shouldn't always put pressure all the time that every single girl has to get married and can only be saved by getting married. I just think it's cool when we teach young girls that. Because just like girls are influenced by models and all that kind of stuff and body image, they're also influenced by those kinds of concepts too. And they feel like a failure if they haven't, you know, met a guy and gotten married in a certain time frame and yada yada. So, okay, so when I chose my rhinestones, I focused on how big. So you can see that these two are really large, okay? These two are very large. And then this one in the center, and these ones on the side are the next size. And then all of these are relatively small, so I just stuck with that guide. That's how I figured it out. I just, you know, kind of placed it over to see if it overlapped, you know what I mean? It's not a perfect system, I just tried it. So yeah, so we'll do a little diamond. Perfect stamp set for me, perfect card. Yeah, and I'm using a ton of diamonds on here. But I mean, don't you think it makes the card to have plenty of rhinestones on here? You know, I only had a couple at first, and it felt weak to not have all the rhinestones, honestly. To me, it didn't feel strong enough to not have the rhinestones on the whole thing. Just didn't. I actually kind of wished I had some pearls like to add there, but it just didn't feel strong enough to not have rhinestones on every single part. And that's our card. That's it. Nothing else. That's our entire card. I mean, that's enough. I mean, I don't know how many rhinestones are on there, but probably like 15 or something. I mean, it looks like 15. It looks like maybe 20, but I don't care. I don't mind using it. I don't mind using my whole pack of rhinestones on something if I want. Because if it looks cute, it's what I needed, I'll do it. And so, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 rhinestones. Probably because they needed to, yeah, because that's 6 that way. This is 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 9 and then 6 and then 5. So, yeah, so 21. So, but so cute, right? And then just a little star inside. Just enough, just a little hint of something fun, right? So that is our card for today. And that was a quick card, man. I'm already done. Oh, let me make sure I give you all the measurements just while we're talking. This is Misty Moonlight, by the way. Oh, my card is coming up in the corner. Sometimes I don't use the, sometimes I like to, because this ribbon is a little bit thick. This ribbon is just a little bit thick. So you'll see when I turn it on its side, you'll see that it's popping up a little bit. But I liked having the rhinestones. So it's popping up a little bit, but I didn't mind it. I didn't feel it was too bad. So this is Misty Moonlight, and this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, right? That's your standard layer. And this is Misty Moonlight, which is one of the new core colors. Super pretty. And then so this one we said was 3 1/2 by, I believe, 2 inches. Yeah. So that means this is 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. Yep. Okay. And that's how I managed to get the nice little outline. Okay. And that's it. And then we've got our double stitched ribbon. That's it. Pretty quick card. I can't believe I've done it in only 15 minutes. I really expected to take a few minutes longer, but no. Stamp seeking paper and then fanciness of the diamonds. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. And, I'm just grateful for all your support and, cheers and comments and anything else. So, all right, have a great day. Thanks so much. All right, bye.